With a silver hat about his head.
Queeve had to interject there. Hey boys! Welcome to the Pine Lodge NFL Fantasy Review Preview. Basically, whatever's happening in the town. They're probably wearing my Seattle Seahawks XV, basically Super Bowl 48 championes after turning over the Broncos big time. Fucked up last year in the Super Bowl in the last minute. And no, crisis, 0-2. What's going to happen? Yeah, we'll wait and see. Okay, boys. Big shout out to Queeve. He's here again. We've been working away there, beaving away for the last hour or so. A new little technical setup today. Just a little bit of mix, scratchy and scratchy. It's a bit weird. But okay, let's start. Good show today, as they say around the NFL podcast, but it is a good show. Very good. Just quickly run through the top three, top scorers in each position, QB, wide receiver, just the triplets basically. Big Ben, banging it out again. I didn't actually take down the points. So Champagne Fever riding the wave there nicely. Nasib Erection, flying very well on the back of Brady. They had a monster game. Similar situation last week with the Pats as the first week. Bills came out, looked like they were going to tear the Pats a new one. And then after the first drive, it was about 3 or 4, maybe even 5, 3 and outs, and Brady just started dialing in Edelman and the Gronk and whoever else, Dion Lewis. The usual story, like as I say, I don't want to be saying the same thing every week. Belichick is a master, like he's a cheap bastard, he keeps informing us so much, but you've got to admire their ability to game plan week in, week out. I think they had something like 75% of the plays or passes, very few runs. Music sounds a bit loud here. Bit of Avener. Just bring it down the small bit like that. Those of you complaining with the audio quality last week. So anyway, alright, without further ado, moving on to the riders. Oh yeah, and funny enough, Tyrod Taylor from the Bills actually was the third best scoring QB last week. So that's what he's been snapped up by Duffers. We just call him just missed the bus there basically. Duffers missed the bus. Romo got injured. So Duff is in, Tyrod Taylor. I don't know who the Bills are playing this week. But the bubble has burst big time there, so it's up to Rex to when he lifted troops. He actually put his hand up and said he was major league out coach by Belichick last week. Sure, we all know that. But Rex
stated the obvious as usual.
Rex is glass half full kind of guy, like he keep going. Top 3 wide receivers, Larry Fitz. I think he had one of the best fantasy weeks he ever had. So he's in the toilet of his career, but he's banging it out big time. So Bucket Pats, and Bucket Pats is 0-2, flying well. Polly's going well on Tony Brown, number 2, and number 3. Wide receiver was some goal from Jaguars. I think Nasib picked him up. Yeah, was it? Yeah.
Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson. So I'll go just back to the running backs quickly. D'Angelo Williams, major league, great week. He's the number 1 running back for Pittsburgh. Why would he not have a good week? More about that. Matt Jones. All of a sudden, the Redskins are after coming out of nowhere. Like they're doing.
Could be a 1 week wonder.
Could be 1 week wonder. You know, this is the NFL, so it's the usual knee-jerk reaction.
Could be a Jonas Gray.
Could be a Jonas Gray, exactly. Thank you, Queeve. It could be like week 1, the Earth is round. Week 2, the Earth is flat. Fucking just bounces back from 1 week to the other. Like, just take a long-term view. I know it's only 16 games, so 1 game actually means a lot. It's not like the Premiership. And third best scoring running back, AP, Adrian Peterson. He's back in business. Just to reiterate what I said, week 1, he was nowhere. Vikings just couldn't do anything. And who did they beat at the weekend? Who did the Vikings beat? The Niners, was it? No. Oh, they beat the Lions, yeah. But Terry Teddy was back on song. AP had a huge week, and it's all
180 yarder.
It's all fun and games again in the state of the lakes. All right, just on our own league standings there. Pats for Lombardi, two for two, our champion, and he's no matter what he does, he seems to come up smelling roses. Nasib, 2 for 2, yeah, and Bucky Pats, both. I said this the first week. They're very, very solid teams, and it shows in the end. Down is 6 guys on 1-on-1. I won't go on all the names. I just go down to the Nofers. So we got Chopper Bears, Fox's Army, and Lucky Jimmy's. He's had a tough introduction to the week, to the world of fantasy NFL. I suppose. It's a steep learning curve. I think he'll start copying on fairly shortly about what's actually going on.
Peyton Manning this week.
Tim from Queepster, from Belichick, whatever his name is, the Belichick of our league. Play Peyton, he says. It's tough when you've got 2 quarterbacks of, well, I wouldn't say equal stature, but Mariota is certainly on the rise. Had a huge week 1, not so good in week 2. It's a bit of a head scratcher, and Peyton, I'm saying it, his arm is failing, but he pulled a load of fire against the Chiefs last week. But the Chiefs, the team did, yeah. But he had a nice connection with Sanders there for the tying touchdown in 30 seconds. Typical Peyton, 2-minute drive, get the job done, and then the Chiefs press the self-destruct button, of course, with Jamal Charles giving up the ball with 10 seconds left to play instead of just take a knee and go to OT. No. All right.
Shall we move on to the review of last week's matchups?
No, we won't.
No? Okay.
We shall just do a quick thingy with the waiver wire there.
Yes.
So waiver wire and it's kind of tied in with the injury crisis as well, of course. So Eddie Lacy, Duff had 2 major injury crisis. Tony Romo went down. It's a broken collarbone. It's not his back. He was out a couple of weeks last week with his back. Funny enough, nobody's actually picked up Brandon Whedon. And Queeve says to me that they've actually picked up they've signed Cassell from who was released by the Bills. He was Cassell. He's bounced around from the league. He was with the Vikings last year. I think he was with the Browns at one stage as well. The other major injury, Eddie Lacy. So Queeve picked up. He's picked up his handcuff. He said he would never do it, but he picked up Eddie Lacy's handcuff. Starks, who's normally a fullback, he's more of a bulldog.
I don't have Lacy. So it's not
I know. I just I wanted to get the handcuff because it's kind of a trendy fucking thing to say in the fantasy world.
Jargon.
So he picked up Starks, who's normally more of a fullback, more of a basher. He wouldn't quite have the cut of Eddie. Like Eddie Lacy is pretty straightforward as well, but he has got a bit of a cut and a bit of speed. But Starks, we'll see how he gets on. At this time moment in time, we don't actually. Hello, I'm on the hotline here. We don't actually.
Here we won't know till Thursday.
We won't know till Thursday exactly how serious that injury is. So whatever. Other big pickups. So Duffers picked up Tyrod Taylor to replace Romo. Nasib, cute enough, picked up Matt Jones with a big game for, as I just mentioned there, for the Washington Redskins running back. Anybody, any other notable?
A lot of defensive.
That's the usual.
We don't
swapping defense. What's it called?
Players and teams.
What's it called again? Streaming, basically. That's what we call it. Streaming, just depending on the matchups. Yeah. No biggie. Yeah. And the other injury crisis. Just in there, Drew Brees, apparently he was thrown under the bus by Sean Payton. He's got a broken roller collar. Well, we don't know if it's been thrown under the bus or thrown off a cliff, but definitely he's been hit by something hard. I think his ego is after taking a big bruising. The Saints are in disarray. Like they were one of the teams
Fucked.
last year that were Super Bowl favourites, and then they slid down, lost the NFC South to the Panthers. I know they got taken to the cleaners by the Bucks at home. So yeah, not good. I think Drew Brees' days of 4,000 yards in the season seem to be sadly over. But we never know. Like there's a couple of teams in the NFL. Like they were saying the Skins were in complete disarray and meltdown, and it looks like the Saints. They just got rid of Junior Gillette, who actually then of course went to the Redskins and managed to get injured. They were saying he was the bad influence on the team. But it seems, I don't know, there seems to be no. They got rid of Graham. They're way over budget on the cap. It's a whole crock of shit. Okay, moving on. Okay, this is funny. So, as you saw, I just posting on the Facebook page saying, give us some ideas. So Duff put his hand up and said, oh, you better might say something. So I said, Duffers, believe me, this whole section is about you, okay? Actually, I should have had the music wrong. This is the Shadow Child Reverse Skydiving, which is the Fox's tune. But we actually have another tune which I'll put for you later on. So basically, Duffers, what can we say, right? It all went wrong. Number one, he scored 657 points and his bench scored 74 points. So basically, if he just played his bench, he would have won. Queeve won, Queeve was like Belichick and the Patriots. He just seems to eke out a win no matter what. No matter what's put in front of me, he just seems to do it. So hats off to Queevester, good buddy of mine, but I fucking hate her at the same time. Oh, here's Duff song. Okay. So anyway, what else can we say about Duffers?
Good move leaving D'Angelo Williams
Yeah,
on the bench.
I mean, like
Pittsburgh.
he picked up D'Angelo Williams. He's on the most potent offenses, a number one running back, and he leaves on the bench. He has a monster week. He picks up Travis Benjamin. Who the fuck is Travis Benjamin for Cleveland? It's a monster week. I mean, if you pick up these guys, why aren't you playing them? And as we said last week, ASJ, nay. I said play Travis Kelce. I know he didn't have a huge week. He had 4.5 points. But like he was a bit more than ASJ. I was in like ASJ. The Bucks had a huge week against, as I just said, when they go against the Saints, and he had 2.5 points. Nada. So boom. Anything else about? Well, I'm sure. I thought
anything else about Duff?
Anything else about Duff? No, we go on. So all right. So 13 minutes into the podcast, and we come to this week's matchups. Okay, first of all, we've got
I'm not doing a review of any of the other last week's matchups, just me scraping by.
No, I'm going on to this week's matchups.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Well,
last week's review is over.
Yeah, last week's
Duff and pasting, that was enough.
That was enough, yeah, exactly, yeah. Look, they were all pretty close games, hither and thither. I gave the standings a while ago. 3 guys are no for, 3 guys are 2 for, 6 in the middle, so that's everything to play for. The league is but a pop, as the man says. So moving on to week 3, without further ado. Heard the bird of the word, but a bird.
Get on with that.
I'm sorry. Okay, actually, I've only got 4 songs this week. But anyway, moving on. Okay, well, first game, Pats 4 against Nassib. So both guys here are 2 for 2. So it's who's going to be top of the standings after this game. Pats are projected for 83, Nassib 95. Pretty low scoring games for top of the table clash. So basically, it's a Rodgers versus Brady matchup as well. I should probably have wrote down who both guys are playing this week, but I didn't.
Huh?
Who's Brady playing? Who Pats playing?
Jacksonville at home.
Yeah, Brady's going massive. I think Green Bay got the Lions.
Green Bay and KC at home Monday Night Football.
Green Bay and KC Monday Night Football. It'll be interesting to see. KC are
Brady should rack up the points at home.
Brady, yeah, sure. Look, he's on a monster thing here. Anyway, cheers. I'm drinking the orange. Okay. Game number 2, Bucking Pats, who's also 2 for. 2 out of 2, and he's up against Polly, isn't it? Polly's pushovers, projected for 105, and the Bucking Pats 116. You only kick a ball in it again. Bucking Pats, solid team: Matt Ryan, Larry Fitz, and
Megatron.
Jamal Charles.
Serious
nice team, nice set of triplets there. Plus, both wide receiver core is very good. Polly's going well with his Tannehill, question mark. Alfred Morris seems to be doing alright. Actually, how actually winning a game with these each.
Antonio Brown.
And Antonio Brown is carrying him, like. They're massive, like. Okay. So it's can Bucky Pats go marching on? We'll see. Game number 3, we got Champagne, I know, who's 1 for 1 against Duffers. We've really slagged off Duffers enough at the moment, so he's 1 for 1 as well. So it's kind of a bit of a game breaker for these boys. So Duffers hopes is riding on Tyrod Taylor, and I don't know who he's picked up for Eddie Lacy. Oh, maybe D'Angelo Williams. No, wait. Le'Veon Bell is actually back this week. More about him later as well. So Champagne Fever projected for 127, Duffers 117. We'll see. Clear your bench, mate. You might win. Okay. Game number 4. We have. My reading is so bad. Fox's Army
against the Jetman.
Fox's Army against Brady, the dirty cheating gypsy thieving bastard. Decky's flying high, as are his beloved Jets, who had a huge game. Just completely stifled Colts the other night. I tried to waste there for it. I woke up in the 4th quarter again. It just the mother of my child was away for the week, so I was looking after the youngster for the week. He's a bit of a handful, and I was just too tired. But I woke up in the 4th quarter on the couch, and I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. So can we get Connie in there for a second, yeah? So where was Fox against Decky, yeah. So Decky's projected for 110. Fox's Army, Le'Veon Bell is back in the scene, and Victor Cruz. Fox is hoping for a great week from Victor Cruz again. Apparently they're still filming Ballers, next season of Ballers. Polly was telling me to chat about it there, so you know, keep on grooving.
Decky's taking offers for DeMarco Murray as well.
Oh yeah, thank you, Queester. I forgot that. So last week, apparently, Fox wanted, and it's funny that they're actually playing this week, and Le'Veon Bell is going to be predicted for a massive score. But DeMarco Murray was one of Fox's boys, stable boys last year, and Fox wanted DeMarco Murray back, and apparently offered Le'Veon Bell. Decky said no. No, I think what did he? He's on target for about. Did he have negative yards last week? I think he's hit about 27 yards so far in the first 2 games. This is the guy I know that had 8 or 9 100-yard games last year.
Mark Murray had 2 rushing yards last week.
The Eagles are in free fall, but it's not. Look, you know, I have great faith in Chip Kelly. I like him as a coach himself. Get on like a house on fire. You know, he's my kind of guy. But anyway, I think they'll come good. But that whole NFC East is a car crashing division. Washington, who knows? Jets, who knows? Dallas now with all the injuries.
Jets are in the NFC.
Jets, sorry. Giants. What did I say?
Giants. Yeah.
I think Giants. I said Jets.
It is.
I bet the Giants. Okay. Okay. So what was the other? DeMarco Murray. Oh yeah, Decky. What would you take for DeMarco Murray? No, Decky. You couldn't give him away, I'd say. You could have had Le'Veon Bell. What is the man that knows the price of everything, but the value of nothing? Enough said. On to game 5. Chopper Bears. No for, as I said, on myself. 4 floors. Scraped through against Patrick Point Lodgers last week. I thought it was home and holes. As I said, I woke up in the 4th quarter and then I saw the score. I was afraid to actually look at the fantasy scores and see what the score. Andrew looked through 3 picks or something. I basically saw him connecting with T.Y. Hilton, and he ran for a first down. I was saying, maybe he's got something. I think he eked out 9 or 10 points, and I scraped home by about 3 points from Patrick. So a win is a win is a win. I'll take it. Move on to this week against Chopper Bears. Chops is forecast. I didn't actually put down what he was forecast for.
121 against
121 against 103, so I'm up against it. Choppers, well, he's got Choppers. Bishop Sankey is his main running back threat this year. Beast mode. Beast mode looks lost at the moment. He looks totally disinterested.
Should destroy the Bears at home though.
The Seahawks.
Jimmy Clausen
Yeah.
Bears.
Seahawks are, I wouldn't say turmoil, but Bobby Wagner is still holding out. And they did this last year. Cam Chancellor.
And he's back today.
Is he back? Did he?
Inside, but he's back to play.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, it was basically like, these guys holding out. They're holding their team to ransom, and they're actually fucking themselves at the end of the day anyway. Just, you've got a contract, stick to your contract. He's on good money anyway. He's one of the best paid linebackers as it is. So why doesn't he just do his job,
Sneaky tip for choppers: take Marcus Colston off your flex. He is shite.
You've heard it. Hopefully that picked up on the mic there. Hopefully our sound quality is a bit better this week as well. Mic up again was a good bit boomier. I'm going to try not to shout as well. Okay, and then our last game, Pine Lodgers, 1-1, as I said, just beaten by me there in the last minute against Lucky Jimmy. Lucky Jimmy's having a torrid time. So, things don't look like they're going to get any better. He's scheduled for 89 points this week against Pine Lodgers, 125. So that's a huge score. Basically, Patrick doesn't. Mike Evans, was he injured? He was not injured. He didn't feature in the box. They, as I said earlier, did a big, huge win against the Saints, but he got no points. He's injured. He's not injured. What's the story with him? He was a big influence from last year. He's a big man, 6'5", 6'6". You sure I think James Winston would be hitting them easily.
Evans did not record a catch on 3 targets in Sunday's victory.
Yeah, that was weird. And Winston put up good numbers. So Lucky Jimmy is the old question of Mariota and Peyton Manning. Who's he going to go with this week? I don't know what the actual what the matchups are.
Mariota.
He's got ODGJ.
Mariota home to the Colts. Peyton Manning away to Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit 0-2. I had a good few guys from Detroit. I got Zach Ebron, Matt Prater.
I take Mariota.
Who went nothing. And Amir Abdullah kind of came back to work. But we'll see how that goes. Alright, that is about it. 23 minutes of the podcast done. Anything else? Wrap up? I hope you're enjoying the Rugby World Cup. Japan just came back down to earth with a bang there by Scotland. Connie Hayes, Fox, I'm sorry, I actually had Connie lined up to come in. And he said, just go in and fuck yourself, basically. So sorry about that. And a big hello to all my Boom Beachers. Hopefully they're checking out their leader. Here I am. The big bopper. Oh yeah. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm just going to start
What's the name of it?
getting Laminator 666. But I'm actually going to try and set up a proper NFL thingy with graphics and all that kind of malarkey. Getting there, I'm getting Audacity and a few other bits and pieces. So anyway, lads, thank you very much. Oh. This is what it feels like reverse skydiving.